Keep the round of applause going. Welcome to the stage, Liz Brass, everybody. Keep the round of applause going. She's on her way. She's on her way. Hey.
That was a long way. Sorry, I didn't realise that. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? My name's Liz, and I am a recovering vegan. Ever since I started eating meat again, I've recovered my energy, recovered my sense of humour, and I've recovered my friends. I realise I probably offended a couple of people by saying that, and I'm sorry, but I am like Megan. I have to speak my truth and spread some lies. To be honest, I was only vegan for about 8 hours. I watched a documentary on the meat industry, and I went to bed fully committed to becoming a vegan. But when I got up in the morning, I instinctively put milk in my coffee, and I realised I was vegan intolerant. So I live in Dubai, actually. I've been living in Dubai for 15 years, which is 10 years too long. I only moved there to save enough money to buy myself a new kitchen. The amount of money I've spent on rent, I could bought an entire new house by now. My mistake was thinking I would actually save money in Dubai instead of spending it all on overpriced alcohol. I do love Dubai. Give me a cheer if you've been to Dubai. It's a fan over there. It's a wonderful place. It's a great city. It's very safe. There's no crime in Dubai because it's too hot to wear a hoodie. But I am ready to leave Dubai now. I am just waiting for my cat to die. I got some terrible news from the vets recently. They said she's in perfect health and she's going to live for many more years to come. I work as a freelance editor. Freelance means I'm like a prostitute. I charge by the hour and my rates go down the more desperate I become. They say we're not meant to use the word prostitute anymore. We're meant to say sex worker. Isn't that right? Sorry. Sorry. But I find that confusing, right? If prostitutes are sex workers, what does that make all of you lot then? Volunteers? Charity workers? Maybe employers? You never know. Whenever people ask me about cultural differences between the Middle East and the UK, I always like to point them in the direction of adverts for pregnancy tests. The adverts in Dubai have a photo of an anxious-looking woman, and the words say, hoping for good news. In the UK, our adverts for pregnancy tests also have a photo of an anxious-looking woman, but the words say, worried, had a big night out. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about the difference between our two cultures. British women are slags. British women in the room, make some noise. That, guys, is the sound of opportunity. Do you identify as a slag, madam? You're not British. Oh, that's just not anymore, not anymore, not anymore. So I bought organic tampons for the first time last week. I could really taste the difference. They're much more fragrant and juicy than normal. Have we got any couples in the room? Give us a cheer. You a couple? You two a couple? Excellent. I'd like to ask you a question, if you don't mind. She's looking at him angry for cheering. What would you say is the best part of your body? You don't know, come on. It's International Women's Day this week, so it's just about female empowerment. Here's your chance to say, what's the best? Your mouth is the best part of your body. Wonderful, excellent. And so, what would you say is the best part of her body? This is your daughter. That shows where his mind immediately went, didn't it? It's your mouth, though. Is that because it's your favourite method of entry? So I'd say my ears are the best part of my body. And that's really unfortunate because no one ever compliments anyone in their ears. Girls don't greet each other and say, I love what you've done with your ears tonight, babe. Guys don't say, hey, you see that woman over there? She's got an amazing pair of ears on her. I'd love to have a party on them. No one cares about your ears. This is why there's no World Ear Appreciation Day. And I think it is wrong. Ears are wonderful. And I'll tell you why. The ear is the only part of the human body that when you put your finger inside it, makes you look more intelligent. In this regard, the ear is far superior to the anus, the nose, and the vagina. You're not looking convinced, madam? I suggest you go into work tomorrow and try all of those three in a business meeting and see what reaction you get. So, I'm 47 years single, by choice. Everybody chooses someone else. That's not true. I can pick up whatever I like down at Wetherspoons, including diseases. Actually, I pulled the other day. I was in London and walking through Soho, and one of the prostitutes there shouted, hey, lady, I'm going to bed you tonight. I said, how much? She said, 70 quid plus VAT. I said, you're going to have to pay me more than that. She said, no, you pay me. I said, but you asked me. That makes you the punter. I'm the prostitute. She said, no, I'm the prostitute. I said, I'm the prostitute now. She said, no, I'm the sex worker. I said, I'm the sex worker now. She said, no, I'm the whore. Now, that's not a word I like to use. So I said, I'm Julia Roberts. Get off my turf, bitch. She said, you leave, I remain. I said, I remain, you leave. It was like Brexit all over again. Only this time it was sexist. Just then this guy came along and he said, hey, ladies, I'm going to bed both of you tonight. I panicked. He was my first customer. I hadn't meant to become a prostitute. I just wanted to win the argument. I thought, I don't get out of bed for less than £200 a day. I'm not going to get into bed for less than that. But before I could say anything, he whipped out his ID. He was an undercover policeman, and she said, she's the prostitute. I was like, I'm not. She went, she's the sex worker. I was like, I'm not. She went, she's the whore. I said, officer, look at me. Have you ever seen a prostitute wearing walking boots? So the moral of the story is, if you're walking through Soho, stick to the walking boots, not your high heels. But I could never be a prostitute because sometimes I gag on my toothbrush. Now, if my fresh minted toothbrush does that to me, just imagine what a stranger's rancid salty cock would do. But prostitution is one area where we've yet to achieve gender equality. And in this day and age, I think that is disgraceful. I should be able to walk down the road and pick up a male prostitute whenever I like. Wow. Aren't you a big, strong, handsome boy? Did you just fart? 'Cause you just blew me away. How much for 1 hour with you? Who's thinking about it? Do you promise not to mansplain anything? Then I would take him home and I would give him a big long list of all my desires and special requirements, and then we'd give every room a good going over. Clean behind the fridge, new shelf in the living room, change the lights in the bathroom, and if you really must touch some pussy, you can clean out the cat litter tray. Odd jobs, not blow jobs. Thank you very much. I've been Liz Bains. Good night.
Give it up one more time for Liz Bains, everyone. Thank you very much.